Alright, so first you want to upload your image. What you're going to do is edit your first image. So I'm going to change the levels. You just go to Image, Adjustments, and then Levels. So I make the whites wider and the darks darker, just so that my image looks really good. If I wanted, I could also change the hue or saturation. I'm going to change this one to just, ooh, not like that. So you can change the hue or saturation. So I'm going to take away all of the color. Okay, I like that, except for I want to crop it. So you can press this crop button here. Just this section right there. Center. Alright, so now I have my image edited and cropped. I'm going to unlock it. Now I want to select a certain area. So there's the marquee tool over here. You can press M for marquee tool. And then let's say you take one little section. I could cut that by pressing Command X, and then I want to paste that on a separate image. I'm doing a screen recorder. I don't have to record it. Yeah, I'll add it to the thing. Anyway, so Command X will cut it. But before I can do that, I need to create a canvas to put it on. And before I can create a canvas to put it on, I need to know how big my image is. So I go to Image, Image Size. I know in inches my image is 40 inches wide, 47 tall. So I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to create a canvas that's bigger than that. So 60 inches wide, that's bigger than 40, and 60 inches high, that's bigger. So I click OK. So now I have my canvas, right? Now I can go back to my marquee tool, M, select a little section, right? Command X would cut it. Command V would paste it. V is in Victor. And then the letter V will allow me to move this to a different area. If I wanted, I could hold down the Shift button to keep the ratio and then stretch it out, press Enter, right? So that's one way to alter it. Let's say you want to do exact snippets. I'm going to undo this. If I want to do exact snippets, I can go to View, Show, and Grid. Now, if I want, I'll zoom in. If I want to, I could go exactly along some sort of grid. So I'm going to go back to my marquee tool. And notice it automatically will kind of snap on to one of those grid lines. So if I take that area, Command X, then I go over to my image and get rid of that first one. Command V to paste my new image. V to move it around. Command T to transform it. Hold down the Shift button to keep the ratio aspect. Press Enter. Let's say I wanted that for one of my images, then I can go over here, press M for my marquee tool, and let's say I just want to do a skinny little section like that. Command X to cut it, go back to my canvas, Command V to paste it, the letter V to move it. Notice it's different because I stretched this one out. Let's say I want to do that little gap. Sorry, I gotta wait for that bell. Alright, so there's a little gap there. That's fine. I'm gonna do that again. M, my marquee tool. Command X to cut it. Command V to paste it. The letter V to move it. Alright, so now I've got these equally spaced. I'm off to a good start. One thing I can do with, let's say I want to change between layers. Right now, if I press around or press on a new layer, it selects it over here. Click on it. If I click on a new layer, it will select it. Except for So when I click on it, it selects that new layer. Yours might not do that. If it doesn't, just check this box right here so it auto selects the layer. So now editing each of these so it looks cool and you're creating some sort of work of art. So I've selected that layer. I can create different effects. I could add a drop shadow to it. This is the preview. This is, you just mess around with this. See, maybe you want it somewhat see-through. Maybe you want to change the angle of the shadow, the distance away from image. Click OK. So now that has some sort of effect. There's other things I can do. A lot of students, they'll end up using this bevel and emboss. So basically creating an outer edge. Click OK. So now it's got this slight outer edge and it's got that drop shadow. Let's say I wanted to copy those same effects onto another layer. All I have to do is right click above where it says layer, go to copy layer style, then I click on the layer I want to add those same effects to, right click above it, go up to paste layer style, and then it will be added. Right? So I would rearrange your image the way you want it and then add it. Let me show you a final one. The same image. So this would be my final. Deconstructed some layers. I did things like I did those bevel and emboss, and then I changed the levels to be really extreme. So like these two I did really extreme. This one I ended up stretching, didn't keep the ratio. It used to be a really thin line, but I like that blurred effect. These ones I did different sizes. You have to divide your picture up into at least 40 sections, or about that. I'm not going to count them, but if it looks like there's about 40, then I'll count it. That's good. Right? Okay, any questions? All right, go ahead and start. I will post this video even though it's not edited.